In just the last 2 days, Dayton Children's Hospital says they have not only seen but admitted 8 children into the hospital with significant head injuries. Alexandra Lewis shows us why those numbers are so high, yet completely preventable.
This childhood pastime has landed 8 kids in the emergency room this week. One of those children is in ICU with bleeding in the brain. Dayton Children's tell us all the bike accidents were different, but there was one common thread.
We've had one that decided to go down the side of a dam. That's a really steep fall. BMX jumping, one hit by a car. They pretty much have one thing in common. They weren't wearing a helmet.
A helmet is what could stand between your child enjoying the rest of summer vacation or recovering from a violent crash. A violent crash with symptoms that experts say can stick around for months.
Symptoms that are very similar to ADHD, a lot of frustration, loss of sleep, depression, really hard to function in school. So one single head injury is kind of a big deal.
We've been in this East Dayton neighborhood for about 30 minutes now and have counted 19 kids riding their bikes, none of which were wearing a helmet. Hava Ali says she takes her 3-year-old on a stroll around the neighborhood every day, but says since he's so close to the ground, she doesn't strap on a helmet.
It is scary, but I mean, he has a little bike and we're always watching him, but once we get a bigger bike, we should get a safety, whatever it is, and be careful with that.
Matthew Brewer says he requires his kids to stay seated while riding, but protective gear is optional.
Kids do need to wear helmets and knee pads and elbow pads and stuff like that, but if we don't have the money to afford that stuff, I mean, we take precautions if they know what they're riding, and we watch them ride it, and usually there ain't no danger around here.
In Dayton, Alexandra Lewis, Fox 45 News.
But you know what? Accidents happen. If your child does fall off their bike and hit their head, keep a very close eye on their behavior. Doctors also say make them refrain from any physical activity until they feel 100% normal.